All right, today we're doing a tour of the campground at James Island County Park. It's a huge county park, so this is just the campground itself. When you come in, they're going to have 1, 2, 3 rows basically for you to come in. We've got a big rig, so we just pulled straight forward into the front one. If you've got a more small to moderate size rig, you can probably park off to the right in order to check in. You'll see that the office is over here on our right. Sneak in there to check in. There's a after hours box up there as well if you do come in after hours. They've got a bulletin board with a list of some fun things going on and a little camp store with all the things that you would expect. We are going to stop over here so that we can catch the map in the video, and then we're going to move over to the left in order to do the first few rows. If you need ice, they've got it here. And then we'll do a shortcut. So here's their map. This is us right here checking in. So we're going to go down this row here, up and around. Then we'll sneak around the back. You also notice that there's camping, like primitive stuff over in the way back, and then cabins along here that we won't see. If you're staring at the map to get your bearings, this is site number 1 over here. Now, this is our second time staying here. Almost every site is large enough for our rig, and we're 45-foot Class A, so not a huge issue as far as size goes. When you're exiting, they do have a dump station, though, if that means anything for you. I believe all of the sites are full hookups. So this is site number 2, a handicap site. It does have its own paved access over to the first set of restrooms over there. On the left hand side here, we've got site 4, a large one. For some reference, we had a pretty bad rainstorm 2 days ago. So if you see any sites in this video that are still a little flooded and you're worried about rain on your stay, try to avoid those particular sites. Now we're going to walk through, actually we'll go ahead and hit the first bathhouse here just to show you what we've got. They have 2 of these bathhouses, and the laundry is outside. Right now the laundry is $3 wash, $3 dry, and they've got a credit card slot just to slide it on in there. Men's bathhouse. Just as you'd expect. Showers, sinks, toilets. Coming back out, they do have a rec room over behind us over here. It's available for little parties and such. Right now there's also a ping pong table over there, so a small space but not a ton of things extra to do. Now in the greater James Island County Park, they've got a water park, a splash pad, parks, a lake, all sorts of stuff. You can look that up as well. Reason we stay here is because it's the closest full hookup, kind of nice spot to stay when you're visiting Charleston. Site 7, one of the end pull-throughs. Site 8, nice little back in. Now we're staying here, it is the middle of March right now, weather's perfect. So the shade wasn't really something we cared about too awful much, but if you were staying here in the summer, you definitely want to make sure you have shade. You can see this is the setting sun directly in front of us, so that way is west. Most of the spots, it looks like, have decent shade. This is spot number 11 and 12, or 10 and 11 look like buddy sites. 13 over here. I don't know about you, but I love schoolies. Now our friends just left this side over here, number 17. To give you an idea, they had 45-foot Class A and a big Ford Expedition and room to spare, so usually plenty of space. Now there seems to be a few of these setups that can be set up as buddy sites. This is 2021 in front of us, and looks like 1819 to our left. Now when you were staring at the map, the cabins are off to our left. They have their own little access road. There's no real way to get in there from over here. If you're really worried about the afternoon sun, these are some good sites over here. Site number 24, 26, 28. These trees are going to shade you pretty well. I guess conversely, if you're worried about the afternoon sun in the summer, probably stay away from sites 27, 30, and it would probably be 25 back there. Now, so that this video is not an hour long, I'm only going to do the outer perimeter here. But you can see there's an extra row that goes right down the middle. So all the spots over here on the left side of this row are going to be pull through. The ones on the right are back in. There's a small pond over there. You'll see this inadvertent pond that has to do with the flooding from the rains. I believe there's 4 trash and recycle bins. So they do theirs uniquely. There's recycle on the side. You just put your trash in here and they come by and pick it up. For reference, this is site number 46 coming up on our left. This one's fully shaded in if you really want your shade in the summer. Now this side, as you can see, held quite a bit of water on the day it actually rained. They didn't have too awful much space that wasn't wet. I'm trying to find you a site marker, but I don't see it. But it's the last one on the island there. .48 on our left. This is 49 over here. Super long, as you can see, with nobody there. This gives you an idea what the pull-through ones look like. Looks like probably a 42 foot fifth wheel. Super Duty, tons of space. You could put a couple Airstreams on this one if you needed to. Looks like 50 and 51 are more like a buddy setup here as well. Now we're coming to the end of the first loop here. If you are staying over here in 51, 52, 53, they have a little walkway that will take you directly over to the bathhouse. .53 on our left. Site numbers for these ones down the center are on the other side, so I'm not sure what they are, but you get to see these are the last 2 pull-ins or pull-throughs down the center. Now the streets over here are all one way, and I did walk in the correct direction this time, so that'll be how you pull in if you decide to stay on this side. Now that is where we came in from. We went down the first street. We just made the first loop. We're going to go through the second loop, but over here is like a little play area. They've got chess checkers, beanbag toss. They've got a few things for you to do. This was a bit of a pool with the rains the other day. Now down this road over here, you get back into some more of the James Island County Park things to do. They have the outdoor zone. It's got a really cool climbing wall. My kids were doing that. They've also got frisbee golf and a few other things over there. Now, just like the other one, I'm just going to do the outer loop here so you get an idea. Pull through, first one on the right here. We're coming up on 58. This is 57 on our left. Just like the other side, plenty of room for big rigs on pretty much every site. Seems like each one of the corners does have a nice little pull through. There's a walkway getting back over to the camp store and such. 63 on our right, 64 directly in front of us. This is 65 over here with the Airstream. Now, if you look 64, 65, and heading in this direction, they back up to the road that you'll come in when you do this. Also back there, I don't know if you can tell in the video, is the water park. So if you want to have good easy access to the water park, maybe sneak through there. Good sights for you. If it's summer and you're trying to avoid the sounds of the water park, maybe stay away from 65, 68, 69, these ones. 66 on our left and 67 is another buddy site, it appears. A little bit of flooding still left over there for that one. To give you an idea, we got multiple inches of rain, so the workers we were talking to said it's exceptionally uncommon for it to have rained as much as it did. So this flooding is pretty uncommon. Another pull through, number 77, very large. 76 on our right. 78. Another trash and recycle center, and this is the bathhouse for this side of the RV park. 79, 80, and 81 over here. There is parking in front of the bathhouses, so if you came over to do laundry or something like that, you don't have to do the entire walk. You can come over with your car to do it. We've got 82 coming up on our left. Now, we did stay when it was hotter here last year, so we actually stayed over here, 84, and then making a left in. This kind of center section here had some really good shade from the afternoon sun, but as you can see with all the trees, so many of these spots have good afternoon sunshade. Being a Class A, we're just trying not to face directly west or south with that big front windshield, which is pretty easy to do here. Everything along my right side would be great for you, and it looks like most of the ones even over here, they're facing more north. We stayed over there and looks like site 86 last year, which was perfect for us. We've got 91 on our left, 92 on our right if you're looking at the map. Looks like 92, 93 is another one of those buddy looking sites. Now I say buddy sites just because they kind of share the same area, but they're not nearly as tight as some other buddy sites are. So if you have to have 93 and you don't know your neighbor at 92, wouldn't be the end of the world. And that's true for most of the buddy sites here. 97 on our left was another pull through. Looks like we're making the curve on the outer end here. 98 on our right. 99 with the R-Pod. Give you an idea for size, another big one on here on our left with the big truck and all the room for all the kiddos. Back behind this row, 101, 103, you can see that's the outdoor zone way over there. That's where you would enter to go do the rock climbing and such. I'll show you the pathway to get over there right as we wrap around. This is 104 on our right. 105 is this really long one here on the left. Super C, where you could probably put 2.5 of them in there. Coming up to another recycle and trash bin in front of site 107, 108. Hi there. Well, if they had invented smell-o-vision, you would smell everybody's burgers right now. 109 on our left, 108 on our right. 110 is empty. They do have high power lines behind here. If you're sensitive to that, you might want to avoid 110, 112, kind of this whole row here, because the power lines do run the entire length of this row here in the back. They're pretty far off. There's no humming or buzzing that I can hear. Also, the primitive campground sites, we'll sneak through here real fast because this is how you would get back to the outdoor zone, the walkway, these other types of things. Hopefully for you it won't be quite as muddy. I'll also give you an idea on those power lines so you can see how they're spaced back. They don't buzz like some of them, but they are pretty massive if you're sensitive to that or just don't want it directly behind you, as you can see. But over here where you see the car parked, that's the outdoor zone. You would go over there. Through this gate over here is the primitive camping. They've got another section over here. Over the weekend there was just tons of tents and such back there. The disc golf runs the back fence around there as well. And I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the sidewalk comes back through here, goes all the way there. Sidewalks go around this entire place. I tried to walk all of them yesterday. I got about 4 miles in, and I don't think I did all that could be done. So plenty of walking paths. All right, bringing us back in, we'll make our ride, and then that'll be the end of this last loop here. Just like in the other loop, there's an additional bathhouse entrance from this side of the loop. Give you an idea, this is site 114 on our right. Bathhouse entrance through here. 115 on our left here with the Paradigm. 116 with the Airstream. 117 with the Newmar. 118. Now if you had snuck down and stayed in one of these sites here, you'd be coming through here. Again, all one way, heading out this way. Big giant Super C, as you can see, with tons of room left. And heading back out. That's the end of the final loop with sites 120, 122 on the right, 121 on the left. All right, that concludes our tour of the campground at James Island County Park. If you're staying in Charleston, it's really your best bet. Hop on the little, I guess you'd call it a freeway or expressway. There's 2 or 3 bridges that take you over into Charleston proper and all the other things here on James Island, as well as Foley Beach and these types of things. I will say there's folks on bikes, but it's not a super bicycle friendly place once you get out of the park, but you could definitely get 3, 4, 5 miles in just putzing around James Island Park itself. So enjoy your day.